Hi all, good evening. This is Abhay Mahajan and I welcome you all to this amazing series called Beyond Textbooks, wherein we discuss things which are not there in textbooks. Alright, so in today's lecture we're discussing one important topic, a simple one but difficult when it comes to solving questions. So question देखने में आसान लगते हैं but जब मैं करने बैठते हैं हम they become very difficult to solve, right? So we'll discuss about this concept. The concept is called common tangents. So we'll learn everything about the tangents of the circles. This is particularly on context to the circles. So we'll discuss about the number of common tangents, the length of the common tangents, and how to apply those formula that we'll learn from these theorems. Alright, so let us get started. So guys, so common tangents of two circles. So we'll discuss some basic cases and then we'll apply and then we'll derive some formula and then we'll apply them. Alright, in some questions. So this is one basic case when one circle is completely inside the other circle, right? So in all the cases that we're doing, I'll take the center to center distance as D. So C1 is the first circle, C2 is the second circle, O1 is the center of the first circle, O2 is the center of the second circle. Let the bada radius be R, the smaller radius be small r, and let's say I'll denote D as the distance between the centers. So one of the circles, when it is completely inside the other circle, so let's say this distance is D. So can I say this is the condition, D would be less than capital R minus small r, because capital R would be this and small r would be this distance. So completely clearly D is less than R minus R. And to make it more visible, let us do the second case. When the smaller circle touches the bigger circle from inside. So one circle is internally touching the other circle, let's say at point P. So P is the common point of tangent. Now, if we look at the bigger circle, so this is the center to center distance. This is capital R. And this would be small r. And we can clearly see that this is the case when D is equal to R minus R. D is equal to capital R minus small r. So this is the limiting case when one circle is touching the other circle internally, right? So for the first case, if we go back to the first case, can I say in that case, D would be less than R minus R. Circle को और अंदर कर दिया तो center to center distance और छोटा हो गया, right? So D is less than R minus R, and in this case, number of common tangents. I'm writing number of common tangents as NCT would be 0. So there is no common tangent between the circles when one circle is completely inside the other circle. However, when the circle is touching the other circle internally, this is the common tangent at the common point of contact P. So this is only one tangent here, right? Let us look at the third case, the case of two circles intersecting each other. So two circles intersecting each other. So D is clearly greater than the second case, limiting case. Second case, if you remember, D was R minus R. So in this case, D is clearly greater than R minus R, no problem with this. And this has to be less than the case when the circles will touch each other externally. So when two circles touch each other externally, so can I say in this case D is equal to capital R plus small r, and in this case circle थोड़ा सा अंदर है, so D will be less than small r plus capital R. So when two circles intersect each other, so this is the condition that you have to remember. R minus R is less than D is less than R plus R. In this case, there are two common tangents. So tangent AB and tangent XY, these are the two common tangents and these are called direct common tangents. Direct common tangents, these are called, right? So number of common tangents in this case is 2. Number of common tangents in this case is 2. Alright, so let us look at the fourth case. This is the limiting case when the two circles are touching each other externally, let's say at point P. And clearly the center to center distance D is equal to R plus R, no problem with this. And in this case, my dear friends, the number of common tangents R is 3. So there are two direct common tangents AB and XY, and there is one tangent at point P, the common point of contact. So there are three tangents, two direct common tangents and one common tangent at the common point of contact. So number of common tangents in this particular case, when the two circles touch each other externally, is 3. And let us look at the fifth case, two circles completely outside of each other. two circles completely outside of each other. So D is clearly greater than R plus R. So we need not think much about this. This is fairly visible. But if we talk about the number of common tangents, we can see we have 4 common tangents. So AB and XY, so these two are called direct common tangents. And there is this common tangent MN and KL. So MN and KL are called transverse common tangents. Transverse common tangents, KL and MN. So in this case, number of common tangents is equal to 4. So one thing that you should keep in mind, that in no 2 of the 5 cases the number of common tangents are same. So number of common tangents case wise was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the circle completely inside the other circle, circle touching the other circle internally, and intersecting circles, the circle touching the other circle externally, and 2 circles outside of each other, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Then no 2 of the cases the number of common tangents are same. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different cases, 5 different cases of different common tangents. I hope you are very clear about the direct common tangents and transverse common tangents. So in the next section, what we'll do is we'll try to derive the length of the direct common tangents and transverse common tangents. Alright. So length of the direct common tangent. Length of the direct common tangent, and this is the case when 2 circles are outside each other. So क्या करना है हमें? So AB is the length of the common tangent. Let's say we denote the common tangent by TD. D means direct common tangent, TD. O1, O2 is D, so this distance is D. So what we'll do is we'll shift AB parallel to this line L, and such that B comes on to O2. ठीक है, so AB को हम directly नीचे shift कर देते हैं. So this AD and this is exactly same. TD and TD is exactly same. Now if this is R and this is small r, so this would be small r, and then this distance would be r minus r, right? And this is a right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle. So can I say, if we apply Pythagoras theorem, so d square is equal to r minus r whole square plus td whole square. So this gives the formula for td, that is d square minus of r minus r whole square, or td is square root of d square minus of r minus r whole square. So my dear friends, this is the direct formula that we can remember for the length of the direct common tangents. What we've done is we've simply applied Pythagoras theorem. That is it. So simple application of Pythagoras theorem, we've got the length of the common tangent, that is AB, and this is a bone of contention for many students. ठीक है, तो इस तरह के questions दिखने में तो बहुत आसान लगते हैं, but when we start doing the questions, they become very difficult. So these are some of the things which will help us in doing these questions right and in quick time. Alright, so let us consider another case, guys. So let us consider another case, the case of okay, so this is the proof which we have already done. So let me skip this, right? So this is the formula. So now this is the case of transverse common tangents. Transverse common tangents. So KL is the length of the transverse common tangent. I'm denoting this by TT or TL, whatever, TT or TL, right? So O1, O2 is D. Now we're doing again the same thing. We're shifting KL parallel to itself. Shifting KL parallel to itself so that this is on one of the centers, right? So can I say this length TT and TT is exactly same. And now if this is R and we've shifted and this is small r, so this would be smaller also. So this length would be R plus R. And we're simply applying the Pythagoras again, because this is the right angle. So can I say D square is TT whole square plus R whole square. And this gives the formula for TT, that is D square minus of R plus R whole square. So TT is root of D square minus of R plus R whole square. Remember, there's a slight difference between the two formula. If you remember that the formula for direct common tangent was root of D square minus of R minus R whole square. R minus of R whole square. For transverse common tangents, it is D square minus of R plus R whole square. Alright. I hope this is clear to each and every one. Yes? Right, so simple. But try to remember this formula and make a clear distinction. What is a direct common tangent and what is a transverse common tangent? All right. So let us discuss some special cases. Some special cases. The special cases when two circles touch each other externally. Two circles touch each other externally. So this is clearly D, and we need to find the length of the common tangent. Length of the direct common tangent in this case. So if we remember, TD was root of D square minus of R minus R whole square, right? But when two circles touch each other, we also remember that D is equal to R plus R. So let us try and substitute this value. So R plus R whole square minus of R minus R whole square, and simplify, we get to 4RR. So this is very important. The length of the direct common tangent in the case when two circles touch each other externally is 2 root of radius 1 into radius 2. Very important. Very important. And if we talk about the transverse common tangent, in this very case, so transverse common tangent is this, and we can clearly see that length is 0. So if we put D as R plus R, the length will be 0. No problem for this, but this is very important, guys, and we will remember this. So this is a special case of direct common tangent, that is when the two circles are touching each other externally, the length of the common tangent is 2 root of small r into capital R. Alright, so let us do some questions based on what we have studied. Let us do some questions, some applications of what we have learned so far. Alright, so let us start with question number 1. Again, very important question, very common question. So let us do this. So there are two circles with radius A and B respectively, and which touch each other externally. So let us draw two circles. So pardon my drawing, right? So this is A, this is B, this is A, right? So without loss of generality, let us assume A to be greater than B. It doesn't really matter. Alright. Now, what is given to us? What else is given to us? Now, I need to find, I need to prove something. So let's see with the radius of the circle which touches these two circles as well as common tangent to the circles. So this is the common tangent to the circles. And there is a circle which touches these two circles and also the common tangent. There is a circle which touches these two circles and also the common tangent. Let this be the circle and the radius is C. So let's say this is point A, this is point B, and this is point C. So I need to establish a relation between the radii of the three circles. So this radius is C, this is A, and this is B. So what I need to do is I need to establish a relation between these three radii. So how do I do this? Now, can I say, if this is the point A, this is point B, and this is point C, so can I say AB is equal to AC plus CB? And see, using the result, the length of the direct common tangent is 2 root of R1, R2 in case of the two circles touching each other externally. This question becomes so very easy. So easy. So AB. Now AB, so can I say AB is the length of the tangent, common tangent between circles C1 or CA and CB. And the length of the common tangent is 2 root of AB. This we just did. Is AC. Now can I say, in case of circle A and circle C, they are also touching each other externally. So length of the common tangent, that is AC, will be 2 root of A into C. And similarly, this will be 2 root of B into C. And 2 gets cancelled out. And if I divide everything by root ABC, divide everything by root of ABC. So by root of ABC, by root of ABC, and by root of ABC, we get the desired result. So simple that is. 1 by root says 1 upon root A plus 1 upon root B. Right. So how simple this question became if we remembered this result. But again, this is a special case. The case is when two circles are touching each other externally, the length of the common direct tangent is 2 root of R1, R2. Right. So remember this result from now on, right? So it has some wide applications, which one of these is this question. Alright guys, so let us move on to the next question. Let us move on to the next question. Oh, this is already done. Alright, so there are four circles, each of radius x, and a square which are arranged within a circle of radius 8 as shown. Find the range of x. That is, we need to find the maximum value and we need to find the minimum value of x. And obviously, it is obvious that the circles should not overlap. The assumption is circles should not overlap. Right. So again, this might not be a direct application, but again, what we have learned through those theorems that we did, उन्हीं की application और उनके proofs का application. That is why we say the proofs are very important. The proofs are very important, right? So let us try to find the value of x or range of x. So it's saying the question is find the range of x. So that means we need to find a minimum value of x. That is a circle जितना minimum से minimum हो सकता है. So circle की condition क्या है? एक तो square को touch कर रहा है and circles को भी बाहर वाले circle को भी touch कर रहा है. So circle is touching the outside circle, all the circles, and is also touching a square which is inside the circle. So what can be the minimum case? What is the limiting condition? So can I say the minimum value of x will be when the square will be completely inscribed in the circle. So जैसे जैसा square बड़ा होगा वैसा वैसा the circle will go on decreasing, and this is the maximum size of the square. So that means this circle and this corresponding value of x will be the minimum value of x. No problem with this. This value of x will be the minimum value of x. No problem with this. Now the problem is how to find this value. So all we have to do is कुछ नहीं, दो circles involved हैं. Whenever two circles are getting involved, just join center to center distance. That is it. एक चीज का ध्यान रखना है, center to center distance join कर दो, दो circles कभी भी involved, and your work will be done. Your work will be done. So how do we do this? So we know that this complete is 8. This complete is 8. Right. So can we think of anything? Can we think of anything here? Apply Pythagoras in some way, because we know this length. We know this length. So this length is 8. This length is 8 and this length is 8. So can we in any way apply Pythagoras theorem? Right. So try to think of this yourself. Right. And also let me side by side give you a hint for the largest value also. When will this be largest? So you can solve both of these at once. Let me give you a hint for the largest value also. So when will this be largest? Circle will be largest. So clearly, so can I say the largest case would be when all the four circles are touching each other. All the four circles are touching each other adjacently. So this can be the largest case, because iske baad the circles would start overlapping. And if we talk about square, there can always be a square by symmetry which can be formed inside this. So this would be the largest, the corresponding value of x would be the largest value of x. The corresponding value would be the largest value of x. Right. Now, I'll just pause the video, and please, those who are seeing the video, please try on your own and try to find this x and this x corresponding, the two values of x corresponding to these two cases, and just verify if your answer is correct. Alright. So this is the case. So what would be this x? What would be this x? So can I say if this is 8 and this is 45 degrees, this length would be 8 cos 45, or 8 by root 2, or 4 root 2. If this is x and this is x, so can I say this whole length is 8? So 4 root 2 plus 2x is equal to 8, and x would be 8 minus 4 root 2 upon 2, that is 4 minus root 2. So x minimum would be 4 minus root 2. No problem with this. There is no problem with this. Let us also try to find the maximum value now. Let us try to find the maximum value. Now guys, if this is x and this is x, If this is x and this is also x, right? And this complete is 8. This complete is 8, right? Now, how to find the x? How to find the x? Please try on your own. Try on your own. I'll give you some extra time to think about. Try on your own. How can you find the value of x in this case? How can you find the value of x in this case? Now clearly, if this is x, can I say this is also x? And this is also x, because this is the case of two circles touching each other externally. So this becomes 2x. This becomes 2x. And if this is 2x, this is 45, because the triangle is isosceles. This length would be 2x cos 45. That is 2x into 1 by root 2. That is root 2x. The question has become so simple now. So can I say root 2x plus x is the radius of the outer circle? So x would be 8 upon root 2 plus 1. And rationalizing, I get 8 into root 2 minus 1. So this is the maximum value. So the value of x ranges between 4 minus root 2 to 8 into root 2 minus 1. So this is the range of x satisfying this condition. I hope this is clear to each and every one, where we have applied nothing. So any cases in the questions involving circles, two circles, all we have to do is we have to join the centers. That is it. Join the centers, apply Pythagoras. Simple fundamental, right? All right guys, so if you've understood this, let us move on to the question number 3. And again, a very famous question. The question is, let me repeat this question for you. ABCD is square of side A. R is the radius of the smaller circle. So this circle has radius R. And arc DB and arc AC has centers A and B. So there's a circle drawn with A as center, having arc AD. A circle drawn with B as center, having arc AC. So find the radius R in terms of A. That is it. Again, all the questions involving circles, ek cheez. There's only one thing to be remembered: join centers. So join this, and we're done. So by symmetry, this length would be A by 2. No problem with this. And if this is R and this is R, so can I say this length would be A minus R? No problem with this, because whole length is A and the radius is R. So this length is A minus R. Can you tell me something about this length? So remember, there's a circle with center B and arc AC, and there's this circle which are touching each other externally. So if the circles are touching each other externally, this radius, this length would be, can I say, A plus R, small r plus capital R. And small r is R and capital R is A in this case. And we can directly apply Pythagoras now. So this is the hypotenuse, this is length, this is the other length. So can I say A plus R whole square would be A minus R whole square plus A square by 4. That is it. So A square plus R square plus 2AR is equal to A square plus R square minus 2AR plus A square by 4. Let us see what is getting cancelled out. This is getting cancelled out. 4AR becomes A square by 4. A gets cancelled out because A is clearly not 0. And R becomes A by 16, which is the answer. So simple a concept. So all the concepts, all the questions, all the proofs, all we have to do is join center to center. That is it. So this was center. I joined these two centers and applied Pythagoras theorem. That is it. The question is over. Which brings us to the next question. The question is this, and a really good one. So there are three circles with radii R1, R2, R3, wherein R1 is less than R2 and R3 is given. The place such that C2 lies onto the right of C1, or in this case C2 is at the bottom, so it doesn't really matter. So if you rotate the diagram horizontally by 90 degrees, you'll get what is being asked. So it doesn't really matter the orientation. So C2 is on the right of C1 and touches it externally, and C3, this circle, is on the right of C2 In this case, bottom of C2 and is touching it externally. Now there are two straight lines, each of which is a common tangent. So these are direct common tangents of all the circles. Now I need to find the radius. So it is given, radius 1 is given and radius 3 is given. I need to find radius 2. I need to find radius 2 in terms of R1 and R3. In terms of R1 and R3. So how do we do this? How do we do this? Now again, this involves a bit of geometry, bit of similarity, and then also this can be found without similarity also, which we'll be discussing. ठीक है, तो एक तरीके से देखो, एक तरीका. So can I say LM, I draw a line from this center parallel to this. Center parallel to this. Similarly, this is parallel to this. This is parallel to this. So this is perpendicular, this is also perpendicular because this is perpendicular, these two are parallel. So can I say this triangle and this triangle? Right. So this triangle and this triangle, they are similar to each other. How? How are they similar? Because this is 90 and this is 90 and this angle would be equal to this angle. This angle would be equal to this angle because both of these angles will be equal to a by 2. So triangles are similar. Triangles are similar. All we have to do is apply the ratios. So this length would be R1 plus R2 upon this length. This length is clearly R2 minus R1. R2 minus R1 is equal to this length. This length is clearly R2 plus R3 and this length would be R3 minus R2 because this is R2 and this would be R2 because this is a square, a rectangle. This would be a rectangle. So this is R2, this is also R2 and this length would be R3, sorry, this is wrongly written, R3 minus R2. So by simple application of similar triangles, we've written this, right? So this length upon this length is same as this length upon this length, and this length is R1 plus R2, and this would be R2 minus R1, R2 plus R3, R3 minus R2. So now I need to simplify this. So now here we'll apply the concept of componendo and dividendo. So componendo dividendo says if A upon B, we all know this. If A upon B is equal to C upon D, then A plus B upon A minus B would be correspondingly C plus D upon C minus D. Let us try to apply. So this plus this, ऊपर plus करते हैं तो ऊपर plus करेंगे तो R1 will get cancelled out, so 2R2 upon this minus this would be 2R1. Is this plus this? So अगर हम add करेंगे, it will be 2R3 and subtract करेंगे, it will be 2R2. The question has become so simple now. So R2 square is R1 into R3, which gives R2 is equal to root of R1 into R3, which is our answer. So how difficult looking question has been made so easy using the concept that we just learned. I hope this is clear to each and every one. Also, without similarity, जिन लोगों को similarity नहीं आती, वो लोग इस question को किस तरह से करेंगे? वो लोग इस क्वेश्चन को डायरेक्ट कॉमन टेंजेंट के फॉर्मूले से करेंगे. डायरेक्ट कॉमन टेंजेंट का फॉर्मूला, इफ यू रिमेंबर दिस फॉर्मूला, so two circles, this one and this one, C1 and C3, they're not touching, they're outside. So if you remember this formula, guys, the formula said D was root of dt or TD was root of D square minus of R3 minus R1 whole square. This was the formula, if you remember, right? Now what would be D? D would be center to center distance, and if we try to calculate the center to center distance, it would be R1 plus R3 plus 2R2. So just put in the value of D here and simplify this, you'll get exactly the same value. So simple application of what we have learned, just applying whatever we have learned in these questions, right? So इस तरह के questions बहुत common है, particularly in the examinations like NACJS and pre-RMO. कभी कभी इस तरह के questions कभी बहुत बार आ जाते हैं, and again इन questions को आगे से देख के घबराना नहीं है, and you have to face them head on. I hope you enjoyed this session. If you like the session, please hit subscribe and like the video. And अगर आसपास कोई भी बच्चा है जिसको अच्छा मैथ्स पढ़ना है, अच्छा साइंस पढ़ना है, please make him or her subscribe to this channel. Alright guys, let us join hands to win gold for India. Take care, till next time. Bye.